Explore the unspoken chronicles of yesteryears. Experience the collision of mighty civilizations. Unearth the feuds that crafted empires. Traverse with us through the annals of history seen from two vantage points. In a world where every narrative has two outlooks, welcome to Two Perspective Global Conflicts Explained, where history is told. Let's begin our journey into the past, where a figure of monumental importance strides across the stage of history, Alexander the Great, a Macedonian king who in a rapid span of merely 13 years expanded his empire at a breathtaking pace, reaching from Greece to Egypt and extending as far east as India. His military genius remains unparalleled, his conquests dramatically reshaping the world as we know it. The tale of Alexander, however, isn't solely about battles and territorial expansions. But who was the man hiding behind the illustrious legend? What unfolded when the dust of battle finally settled? Let's delve deeper into the intriguing life and lasting legacy of Alexander the Great. Alexander's world stretched from Greece to Egypt and as far east as India, a vast expanse, but ruling it presented a different kind of challenge. Following his numerous victories, he embarked on a mission to consolidate his power. This led him to establish over 20 cities, including the most famous of them all, Alexandria in Egypt. These cities, not just administrative centers, they were symbols of his dominance and cultural melting pots, where Greek ideas fused with local traditions, forming the foundation of the Hellenistic period. Beyond city creation, Alexander initiated administrative reforms, cleverly blending the Persian bureaucracy system with a strong Greek and Macedonian influence to unify his diverse empire. However, his reign was far from smooth sailing. His life was a battlefield marked by personal trials, from his marriage to Roxana, a Bactrian princess, which was a political strategy and a love match, to the internal resistance he faced from his Macedonian soldiers and conquered people. Alexander's narrative serves as a testament that behind every great leader is a person, complex individual, with a life filled with contradictions and complexities. In the intricate dance of power, relationships were a weapon, and Alexander manipulated them with precision. Alexander the Great, even though he was famous for his military prowess, was equally adept at the intricate art of diplomacy. His relationships, be it with his family members, wives or generals, were not just personal ties but tactical alliances, each one playing a pivotal role in his enormous empire. The dynamics within Alexander's family were a complex maze of alliances and rivalries. His father, King Philip II, was a strong influence, shaping Alexander into the formidable warrior and leader he would become. Although their relationship was strained, the spectre of succession casting a dark veil over their connection. His mother, Queen Olympias, was a fiercely protective figure, her aspirations for her son igniting much of his rise to power. However, her influence was a double-edged sword, her interference in politics often leading to tension within the court. Outside his childhood home, Alexander created alliances through marriage, a common custom among rulers of that era. His marriages to Roxana, Statera and Parysatis were not merely love unions, but tactical moves meant to consolidate his reign and fortify his empire. Each marriage embodied a bond with a different faction, a delicate equilibrium that Alexander had to preserve. His generals, too, were not just military consultants. They were his companions, his confidants, men who had fought alongside him from the earliest battles. Their loyalty was priceless to Alexander, their advice and support instrumental in many of his victories. However, for all his adeptness at creating alliances, Alexander encountered challenges in harmonizing his personal desires with his political duties. His pursuit of power often came with the price of strained relationships and personal sacrifices. His marriages, while politically beneficial, were clouded with controversy and tragedy. His relationships with his generals, while based on camaraderie, were tried by the pressures of warfare and governance. Command over diplomacy was as sharp as his sword, but every alliance, every bond, bore its own weight. Alexander's tale is a proof of the complexities of wielding power, the intricate dance of diplomacy, and the enduring bonds formed in the crucible of empire building. Alexander's tenure was akin to a comet streaking across history, burning intensely and leaving behind a trail that continues to illuminate our world. Hailing from Macedonia, Alexander was a prodigy, commanding the largest empire ever seen at the time. He was more than a conqueror. Alexander was a visionary, a reformer, and above all, a catalyst of change. His undeniable military talent is just one facet of his legacy. The bulk of his legacy lies primarily in his extensive impact on the world. His military conquests were responsible for a deep-seated cultural exchange that altered the course of history. He heralded the Hellenistic era, a period characterized by the dissemination of Greek language, culture, and thoughts well beyond the boundaries of Greece. This cultural amalgamation sparked a boom in learning and innovation, reshaping philosophy, science, and art. Furthermore, Alexander's efforts to unite his vast empire deserve recognition. He established more than 20 cities, many bearing his name, which later emerged as hotspots of learning, culture, and commerce. His administrative reforms, while intended to assert control over his expansive empire, also resulted in more efficient governance and elevated prosperity. Alexander's influence also touched upon geopolitics. His empire, extending from Greece to Egypt and reaching as far east as India, established new trade routes and economic prospects. This led to an increase in interaction and interdependence among different regions, laying the groundwork for the globally connected world of today. However, Alexander's legacy is not devoid of complications. His unyielding pursuit of glory resulted in countless casualties and the displacement of entire communities. Despite being frequently lauded as a promoter of cultural merging, his methods were unquestionably coercive and often savage. Alexander's legacy serves as a testament to the potency of one man's vision and the indelible imprint it can leave on the world. His life, brimming with ambition, conquest, and innovation, continues to fascinate and inspire us. In the vast canvas of history, Alexander the Great stands out as a symbol of human potential. His life is a testament to what one individual can achieve and the lasting impact they can leave on the world. In the end, Alexander the Great was more than a conqueror. His strategic brilliance and leadership, his fierce determination that reshaped the world, all speak of his greatness. Yet, it's not just about his accomplishments, but the strength of his character. The ripple effects of his conquests, the conflicts and tensions that arose during his reign, are untold stories that further magnify his legacy. His story reminds us that greatness is not just what we do, but who we are. And that is a legacy worth remembering. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you haven't already, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as this helps the channel immensely. We upload every Tuesday and Saturday, so hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on our future projects. This is Two Perspectives GCE, signing off.